interesting to hear his final thoughts on the key steps to becoming a digital insurer. Manjit, who's my pundit, BFF for the day, he's been listening into this as well. So come back into the conversation, Manjit. But do you agree with Halvar's overriding point here when it comes to prioritising what you need to do, what you need to be?
Yeah, absolutely. I quite liked the way that he described their approach in terms of it's a scenario-based approach rather than a business case approach. And a good example of that is, so we had a small water leak from a water tank last year, and I must admit I was horrified to have a claim form, 15-page claim form, 14-page claim form emailed to me, which I then had to print out, complete, scan, and then post back. Now, as a business case, there probably aren't enough water leak, small water leak claims for them to digitize that service. But if they looked at that in terms of a customer experience, that's crazy. And the problem is, I don't then in that scenario think, oh, how would another insurer have dealt with that? Because I don't really have that experience. I don't have enough claims to compare that experience. So I naturally compare it to all the other digitized services that I do consume on a regular basis. Case in point, stuff like ordering stuff from Amazon. So I think as insurers, it's really important that we start to think about how we deliver these services in a digitized way, and not just look at them in terms of what it's going to cost us to transition. We're not going to have a choice. And I think Howard also mentioned kind of mobility as a service, but we're going to see home security as a service. We're going to see travel as a service, and insurance is going to get embedded inside these services. And if we can't deliver our bit digitally as an industry, somebody else will. And then we're going to end up being talked about in the same sentence as people talk about Blockbuster. And I don't really want our major brands to be talked about in that way. So I don't think we have a choice. We have to have digitization that's fundamentally core to